forecast, and that wind's going to pick up out of the south, 10 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon.
You see it there, Akron police using pepper spray, also smoke bombs there to break up crowds during what started as a peaceful protest. This happening really, though, for the first time since that grand jury's decision to not charge officers in Jayland Walker's death. Well, people there say they were peacefully protesting.
Yeah, but the city of Akron says it turned into an unlawful assembly. 19's Noel Williams joins us live from downtown Akron. And Noel, what led up to this confrontation between protesters and police?
Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Kelly. We are still waiting to learn a clearer answer from Akron police or even body cam video that shows what led to this. But some of their officers accused protesters of throwing rocks and bottles, and that's why they use a chemical, some type of chemical to clear the streets. However, those that were a part of the protest say they were simply just marching with children when this all happened. I want to give you guys a look at some damage we found. We're still waiting for confirmation to learn whether this was in reaction to those protests, but several stores, their windows were bust open. Well, for the third straight day, about 100 protesters took the streets around 6 p.m. this time, gathering at the Hawkins Plaza on South Hawkins in the city and marched for blocks. Well, just before 8 p.m. Wednesday night, officers used a chemical irritant to clear the street. Demetrius Travis Sr., who was cousins with Jayland Walker, says they will continue to march for justice, transparency, and accountability.
We figured, why don't we take the charge of these protests so that it's not chaotic, it's being led by the right message.
After the protest, marchers were leaving to head home. They claimed they were allegedly targeted by Akron police and sheriff deputies. 19 News, we found two protesters who was pulled over on Market Street in Akron around 11 p.m. and a couple was initially put in handcuffs. Well, the driver of a white SUV says that a cruiser hit his car, but he says that he was being pulled over for reckless driving after making a U-turn as he left a Walgreens parking lot. He asked not to share his name, but he did share with us that he believed he was targeted. Take a listen.
Nothing else going on in the city. Nothing else. Heard some commotion, seen some running, so I moved. That's the only reason why I U-turned, to get away from Walgreens.
Want to give you guys one last look at this damage we found. We're still waiting for confirmation to learn if this was reaction to last night's protests, but we know at least 3 stores, their windows were bust open, glass covered all over the floor, and their windows covered with plywood. Well, reporting live from Akron, Noel Williams, 19 News.
Well, thank you for the update. The University of Akron main campus is back open today. Classes will be held in person with the exception of some evening classes.